Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know what time it is, man. Ooh, excuse me. You already know what time it is. We're back here to serve some more game on the ground with the ground. So just got the pounder ready for the next round. So you guys can still tell that my voice is still gone, but it is what it is because we're still here doing what we're supposed to do. You know, a lot of people sit around and I can't do this and I can't do that because I sound like horrible and I sound like a goose that's just taking this last breath. Man, don't nobody care about that. The only thing that you should be caring about is doing what you're supposed to do. Now, I know I sound like one of them people that sit around and say, when I was your age, I used to do this and do that with tobacco, and now I'm on a breathing machine, and you need to quit doing that before you become like me, you know. But no, man, it's just because anybody who's been watching knows that we went through a little sick spell, but we're getting over it quite quickly, actually, almost completely gone. You know, there's a little bit this remaining, but it is what it is. You know, it'll be gone whenever it's gone. So, best way that I've found to get over that kind of stuff is to just treat it like it's not there. Now, obviously, you know, you still take your medicine and all that, but don't stop doing what you're supposed to do. Don't stop, you know, going to the gym. Don't stop, you know, going to work or going to school or whatever it is you need to do. As long as you're taking your medicine and you're not sneezing and coughing all over people and talking up right next to them and whatnot, you're gonna be fine. You know, eat your normal food like you would if you weren't sick. Drink your water like you would if you weren't sick, and it's gonna get gone a lot faster than you think. You know, I've had it probably for like 3 days and it's already almost gone. And normally this stuff lasts for like at least a week, 2 weeks, and it's already almost gone. So with that being said, we're here to talk about. You guys can see what the title is: the Matrix attacks, and what that is, you know, when you get to a certain level, whether it's on social media or money wise or whatever the case may be, and Maz, go ahead and get that out ASAP. When you get to a certain level and you're not under their control, what's going to happen is they're going to try and either get you under their control, which they're going to try and buy you out. And if that doesn't work, they're going to proceed to the 3 steps to get somebody out. The 3 steps. Step number 1 is to remove you from the internet, period. They're going to try and erase all existence of you on the internet. Go ahead and Maz, do what you're supposed to do because nobody asked. But they're going to try to remove people. They're going to try to remove you from the internet so that you can't be seen. They don't want you to be seen. They don't want you to be heard. So with that being said, they will try to erase you. And if that doesn't work, go ahead. No, we're going to keep doing what we're supposed to do. Yes, sir. But when that doesn't work, they're going to move on to step 2. And step 2 is to remove you from the public eye, which means they're going to try and put you behind bars. Nah, hold up a second. Give me a second. I got to. Nah, get that out, man. You got to go. You grown man with another grown man profile. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. But they're going to try to remove you from the public vision, the public sight, and public eyes of the public, which means they're going to put you behind bars, or at least attempt to. As you have seen, they have tried to do with T-Man and the other T-Men. You know, when I say T-Men, I'm talking about the two people that they just tried to do it recently to. Again, I can't say their names for specific, obvious reasons, but they just tried to do it to them again. And that is step 2. They will try whatever they can, most of the time, to succeed with step 2. A lot of times with some people, it works with step 1. Some people, they got to go to step 2 for it. They are trying very hard to succeed with the T-men in step 2. Now, the T-man, they're probably going to have to. They already tried once with step 3. And step 3 is to remove you from existence. Step 3 is to send you to the next realm, out of the physical realm. That's what step 3 is. So, The team man, they've already tried step three once. It didn't work. Obviously, you guys saw it didn't work. He turned his head at the right time. You know, if he didn't turn his head when he did, he'd have been, yeah, he would have ate that. The team men, they're trying again with step two. Step two is to remove you from the public sight, which is putting you behind bars. And eventually, if that doesn't work, I got a feeling that they're going to go to step three, which is to remove you from existence. These are the things that happens to you whenever you reach certain levels, whenever you reach the levels that they have reached, when you're not under their control, because they are trying to get people to believe a certain way, act a certain way, talk a certain way, walk a certain way, think a certain way, everything a certain way, the way they want them to. They want them to, you know, be happy and be fruitful. And when I say fruitful, I don't mean procreate. When I say fruitful, I mean like Tarzan swinging the other way, like cake, fruit cake type stuff. You know, fruit cake do be smacking. No, I ain't even gonna lie. That's what they want everybody to be, and that's what they're using all the celebrities and stuff to. That's what they're using all the celebrities to push. Unfortunately, a celebrity ain't a celebrity. They're a puppet. They're a pawn. I mean, let's just be real. Let's be real. A celebrity is not a celebrity. They are a puppet. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Go ahead and get that out because I don't know what level you are on as far as you know your personal number. So you gotta go. I don't know what. Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know you're not meaning nothing, but we can't have none of that up in here. Go ahead. Yeah. No. Yeah. Go ahead and next. Yes, sir. There we go. We're still the king of whack-a-mole. Like that's just how it goes. Nobody is going to take me off of my throne. My mods are on Balloon Tower Defense 4 type stuff, and you're not going to be able to get past them. Let's be real about that. So you can keep trying all you want to, but you're not going to succeed. You're not going to succeed. You know. Yeah. Go ahead and mods do what you're supposed to do. Yes, sir. Back to the topic at hand. Get them going quick. That's a fact. Back to the topic on hand. Unfortunately, celebrities are puppets. That's the only reason why they have reached the height they've reached. You don't get that high without being controlled, without selling out. And if you do get that high, you become a person of interest. You become a person of interest. People sit around and oh man, I got a dream to be a celebrity. I got a dream to do this. I want to go to Hollywood and I want to do this and I want to be an actor. I want to be a rapper. I want to be a singer. I want to be an influencer. I want to be whatever it is the case may be. But the thing is, those things do not exist for people who are not willing to sell out. You cannot get that high in society. You cannot get that high on social media without being controlled and without being a target. It's sad. It is very sad. But that's how it goes. Now you can start to get up there. You can start to get up there. But you're going to cap out somewhere if you're not willing to go through all of the attempts to get you removed by the matrix. If you're not willing to go through all those attempts, you're going to cap out somewhere and you're never going to get as high up as you want to. It's like trying to glitch out of bounds. It's like trying to glitch out of bounds in a video game that you don't supposed to glitch out of. And whenever you do, the game understands that you glitched out, so it automatically makes you respawn. That's what it's like. Except in real life, you don't respond. You just leave the earth because they make you leave the earth. That's why you can never get up at that high. unfortunately. Now, the T men and the T man, they have all gotten up that high without being controlled. And you are seeing firsthand what happens when you do. And it's a shame. The only way that you can get up that high is if you are an anonymous celebrity. When I say anonymous, I mean, you've all seen those social media accounts where they post memes and they post clips of video games or whatever the case may be, streaming clips. It doesn't matter what it is. Those accounts that are big, those are the only way that you can get that high and as on social media and not be a person of interest. But if you are a public figure, they're going to try to buy you out. The T man, not the T man, but the older of the T men. He has already stated once before, multiple times. They have offered him, what was it, 50 mil, 70 mil, 80 million? I don't remember how much he said they offered him. But they offered him a lot of money just to say this and say that, and don't say this and don't say that. And if you take that money, guess what? You are suing yourself. That's 100% fact. A lot of people, well, no, they're just paying me, so I don't have to say this and I don't have to say that. Well, guess what? If you do end up saying that, anyways, even if it's by accident, they now have the ability to take all of that money that they gave you away because they gave it to you in the first place and you accepted it, and now you're under their control, and that's exactly what they want. The only way for you to get it back, for you to get back to where you were, is to go through these different trials, quote unquote trials. They're called humiliation trials, right? They force you to do those things because they want you to prove your desperation to get back to where they were. They want you to prove that you will do anything, even if it means going into a dark room, going into a house, and, leaning forward with your drawers down, having another dude behind you while they videotape it and say, okay, well, if you break your word, you break your oath, everybody's going to know that you did this. And that's how they get you. That's how they get the celebrity. That's how they get the actors, the rappers, the artists, the influencers. Adin Ross just got exposed for literally sitting there with another man behind him in the pool while he was, leaned forward. Adin Ross got exposed for sitting there leaning forward in a pool with another man behind him. Now, they weren't actually doing anything, but the dude was rubbing on Adin Ross. He's an influencer, right? But he's huge, like the top of the top streamers. Your comments will be short-lived if not productive. That's 100% facts. But he's top of the top streamers, right? He's a celebrity. He's a celebrity streamer. He got there because he sold himself, unfortunately. And that is the reason why the oldest T-man out of the two gave up on him. Because I think he realized that he sold himself to get to where he was. And there's no way for him to be able to save him. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, somebody who's sold themselves already, there's nothing you can do to save them. Unless they choose to save themselves. As you guys have seen repeatedly over and over again, the older T-man has tried to help Adin Ross so many different times get on the right path. Do the right things, go to the gym. Get built. Eat healthy. Do what he's supposed to do. And stop drinking all those substances. Stop doing all those things that he's not supposed to do. Stop hanging around people he shouldn't be hanging around. And it didn't work because Adin sold himself for money to be degenerate. Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Quit worrying about what other people got. What other people are wearing. The point is, it doesn't matter what part of the industry you want to be in. You cannot get that high without selling yourself. And once you do, there's no turning back. The only way that you can get out, there's two ways that you can get out. One is by doing your time, promoting what they want you to promote, saying what they want you to say, and once you have served your time being their puppet, you can retire. So long as you don't, so long as you don't spill the beans on what goes on behind closed doors. Or number two, you leave by way of, the poop chute. You leave by way of the poop chute. And when I say the poop chute, we all know it's the garbage chute. You leave by way of the garbage chute, which means you leave the earth. Yeah, y'all better be good. Y'all better sit down like good puppies. Those are the two ways you can get out of the industry. Because once you're in, there is no out. There's only forward. There's only forward. That's a fact. So yeah, man, the Matrix will come at you hard if you are at a high level and you're not doing what they want you to do, if you're not controlled. Celebrities are puppets. They did not get there on their own. Football players as well, basketball players, sports players, all these famous sports players, these famous celebrities, whatnot. I think the only sport that does not require you to sell out, and it's kind of ironic that you got to say it, or not really ironic, but seeing as how Dana White, the UFC, I think is the only sport that doesn't require you to sell yourself to become big, to make it. Um, excuse me. Y'all can hear it wearing on my throat, but Sean Strickland, for example, right? Uh, what's his name? Kobe Covington, too. They are famous fighters, famous celebrities from the UFC, and they still say whatever they want to say that's on their mind. Sean has no filter at all. Kobe Covington is a T-Man supporter. They have both openly expressed their thoughts. And they have not been removed, they have not been kicked out of the sport, none of that. Which leads me to believe that the UFC is the only sport that allows you to become big without selling out. Christ is king, that's 100% facts. I think boxing to some degree, you have to sell yourself out. I think to some degree. Because, and when you think about it, it's like this. And this isn't, the only reason why, but this is one of the reasons why. Is what did Devin Haney have to do to get that decision overturned when Ryan whooped him bad? I mean, it came out recently, and we all know the truth from the beginning, but it came out recently that Ryan's original test before the fight, proved negative. So what did Haney have to do to get that decision overturned? When you ask yourself that question, that's whenever you start to think, okay, well maybe boxing is one of the sports that you got to sell out for, because there's no telling what it is that he had to do. Did he have to lean forward? Did he have to give up his soul by way of leaning forward with his draws down? Did he have to get on all fours? Did he have to just get on his knees? I mean, what did he have to do? And it's just like boxing is one of the sports that's like, that's the reason why it pays such good money. Whenever you get up there, that's the reason why it pays such good money. But the thing is, they only pay that good money because it requires you to sell out. The truth to them is whatever backs up their targeted narrative. The truth to them is also, well, to them, Yeah. The truth to the common people is whatever backs up their feelings and their emotions nowadays. I mean, let's just be real. People only believe what rubs their feelings right or rubs their feelings wrong nowadays. That's just how it goes. Because that's what they've been trained to believe. Oh, well, I feel like this, so it's got to be true. Oh, well, I feel like a dude in a female body, so maybe it's true. It's got to be true. So I'm going to go ahead and, go ahead and go through with the whole thing. The truth, it resonates nowadays with people's feelings. It does not resonate with facts anymore. It resonates with what people feel, with how people feel. So if somebody feels like they've been offended, then the truth is they've been offended. And if somebody feels like they're Superman, then the truth is they're Superman. In their perspective. You ain't even gonna type to go bye-bye around these parts. That's 100% facts. But people from like me from my generation and earlier on, truth resonates with facts. The truth resonates with facts that can be presented and proven. Otherwise, it's not true. And a lot of people say, oh, well, that means that the Bible ain't true because it's all just words and whatnot. Let me tell you this. It is a fact that Noah's Ark has been found on Mount Ararat, right? It is a fact that the top of Mount Sinai is still burnt from when God came down in a cloud of fire and spoke to Moses, talked to Moses face to face for the 40 days and 40 nights. It is a fact that the rock has been found that Moses split for the water to come out of. It is a fact that chariot wheels and chariot carts have been found down at the bottom of the Red Sea where the Israelites crossed over and the water overtook the Egyptians. Give me a sec, my throat's running dry. It is a fact that the pillars that King Solomon erected to commemorate the crossing of the Red Sea still stand to this day. These are known facts. It is a fact that there were multiple eyewitnesses that were walking with Jesus Christ when he was on earth. It is a fact that there were multiple eyewitnesses that heard what he preached about and wrote it down. It is a fact that there are over 500 eyewitnesses who watched him get put up on a cross, get buried, and then come back again 3 days later to them. It is a fact. Those are all facts that have been recorded in history. It is a fact that Abraham Lincoln was a president. He said, I keep thinking I do the roar. Yeah, no, oh, that hurt. I ain't gonna do that again. But, you can't make it up. But it is a fact that we freed ourselves from Great Britain. It is a fact that right now what's going on over there in the Middle East is really happening. It is a fact that right now there are some people in the comment section who are sitting on the toilet probably watching another man talk about facts. Those are all facts. And the truth resonates with facts. And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. So yeah, man, I gotta go ahead and get up on that. I got some other things I gotta take care of. So make sure to share with your friends, your families, your memories, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else. Y'all know I appreciate y'all for tapping in. This was a pretty chill live, I'd say. So with that being said, go ahead and mods, yes sir. Everybody do what they're supposed to do. We gonna get them up on out of here first before we leave. We gonna get it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yes sir. All right. So with that being said, we out of here, man. Deuces. He thought he was on something. They thought they was on something.